I'm Meryl Rose.
And I'm Leland Statham. The excitement has been building for days surrounding the annual Talk of the Town Holiday Cooking Show.
We have some incredible side dishes for you today. We've got some cheesy baked greens and crock pot fancy mac and cheese. Now the cool thing about these, they are space savers because you can just toss these in the crock pot and keep the oven open for other things.
Plus chicken and dressing skillet bake that sounds amazing for a main dish.
And we can't forget the desserts. We couldn't decide, so we've got 3 different desserts today. Nutty gingerbread cake, we've got an eggnog cheesecake, and how about this? Sweet potato buttermilk pie.
Ooh, I've got a sugar high just thinking about it.
I'm telling you, we are going to have to go work out after the show today because we've just got so many terrific recipes.
All right, so Ann is going to come in while y'all get things started here with the appetizers, and I will let y'all get started here in just a moment to help feed a hungry crowd.
I tell you what, we have some great ideas today, and we're so excited to have some of our favorite chefs here, including Ann Cox-Eastis from Kroger. Thank you so much for starting us off today.
It's my pleasure. This has been fun because these are recipes that are a little different, but they're very easy. And I'm using goat cheese in both these recipes. Now, if you've never tried goat cheese, it doesn't have a strong flavor, but I'm diluting that a little bit with part cream cheese as well.
And if you've never seen what it looks like, goat cheese is, found in your cheese section.
Try in the specialty cheese shop, usually at 4 ounces, and it does come flavored with different things, but this is just plain goat cheese, and it's very similar to cream cheese. So what I'm doing is using 4 ounces of cream cheese and 4 ounces of goat cheese. You could use the Neuchâtel cheese if you wanted to reduce your fat just a little bit, but these are easy recipes, basically 3 to 4 ingredients.
So the first one we're making is what?
This is the CranOrange canapes, or you can put them on in the little phyllo tarts, which I've got here. You can put them on crackers, which we've got over here, or you can put them on toasted baguette pieces from French bread. So I've got 4 ounces of cream cheese, 4 ounces of goat cheese softened in here in my mixing bowl. I'm going to add a half a cup of toasted pecans, and I do like to toast the pecans because it enhances the flavor of them. And then I'm going to put like a half a cup of orange marmalade.
That's going to be good. So that's the orange.
That's the orange, and then a half a cup of dried cranberries. So it's half a cup, half a cup, half a cup, and 4 ounces and 4 ounces, and that's super, super easy. I'm just going to stir these ingredients together, and like I said, they can be served on baguettes, they can be served in these little phyllo shells, or they can be served as a spread with crackers. So I'm going to show you how you fill one of these little phyllo shells, and I will say that these I made the ones on the platter yesterday, and the phyllo shells kept their crispiness. Sometimes they don't.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and I did not bake these because they're already baked, and this is just served at room temperature. But the rest of my spread I'm going to put in this bowl to serve with crackers. So there's 3 different ways you can actually serve this recipe, and it's got the flavors, I think, of the holidays: the cranberries, the orange, and the toasted pecans.
That sounds great. The nice thing about this is if you're going to a party, this is an easy recipe you can whip up and take. If you're hosting the party, I mean, that's simple.
Yeah, it is simple. And I like recipes, like I said, that are different and they're colorful because we do eat with our eyes. See, I've garnished them with a little bit of sprigs of rosemary because that's also a very fragrant herb. And I want to tell people about toasting nuts. You can do them a lot of different ways, but I've tried and gotten them a little too brown sometimes. I put them on a cookie sheet, spread them out 350 for 10 minutes and set the timer so you don't forget it. And if you begin to smell the aroma of the nuts, go and check on them, like at 8 minutes or something, because every oven cooks differently. Be sure you've got your oven thermometer in there so it reads 350.
That's important.
Now we've got another recipe that I think is super easy. Once again, we started out with 4 ounces of goat cheese and 4 ounces of cream cheese, and we're going to mix that 2 together.
Okay.
And then I want you to put in a cup of shredded sharp cheddar cheese. Both these recipes can be made ahead of time, so that's a very good party entertaining recipe to use.
What I think is fun about this one is that you're going to make it into the shape of a wreath.
I am going to make
so
it
it looks so impressive on your table when you serve it.
And this recipe will serve 8 to 10. If you're serving a crowd, you want to double this recipe. And if you're serving
make a bigger wreath?
Make a bigger wreath. If you're really serving a crowd, I'd make up 2 double recipes.
Okay.
Okay, then I'm going to put in a half a cup of chopped toasted pecans. I like the pecans because I grew up in the South, and that's the nut that I grew up with. So I think it's very, very tasty. Now, when you get it to this stage, get a surface, either a cutting board covered with wax paper or a plate covered with wax paper, so that you can shape it with your hands into a wreath shape. And if we can go over here and show what this finished product looks like, you can see what we've done.
So you're just making a circle.
Making a circle with a hole in the
middle.
center, right? And then before I served it, I took pepper jelly, red pepper jelly, and I didn't soften it because I want it to just stir it up with your spoon, and then just kind of spread it all over the wreath. And then I took some chopped green onions just to put on there, kind of like little ornaments on the wreath, and I've got a sprig of rosemary to serve with it. But this is a little bit of a twist on the basic pepper jelly and cream cheese. You know that a lot of people, that's a very quick appetizer. This is just a little bit more festive during the holidays. So
people love those flavors. So yeah, you're dressing
very good
it up
combination. Yes, taking it up a step for the holidays.
Terrific ideas. By the way, you can look for today's holiday cooking show recipes online at newschannel5.com in the Talk of the Town section. And I think you're going to want all of these recipes. Ann, thank you so much.
My pleasure.